from Brooklyn, New York. It's a forest city right in our world. We're just living in it. It's Arts Insight with Andrew Guidoni.
Tonight's guest is a singer and songwriter living in the South Slope of Brooklyn, but originally from Toronto. Her life journeys have taken her many places and have given her plenty of stories to tell through song. She's also an accomplished songwriter for other signed and unsigned artists, and has opened for sold-out shows for the likes of Duncan Sheikh, Anna Nalick, and Jeffrey Gaines. This past December, she released her fourth album titled Clara Lofaro, and in addition, her new single and music video, Just Smile, is bound to put a smile on your face. If you want to know about when she's touring, check out her website, which we'll mention in a little bit. But welcome to the show, Clara Lofaro. Welcome to the show, Clara Lofaro. Clara, you were awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
The numbers sound great. So tell us about your music. I mean, we have some soul, some positivity, a little bit of Italian as well. How did you go about shaping your sound?
For this particular album, I mean, I've been singing my whole life, and I've kind of organically developed my sound. Gone on instinct for the most part. For this album, though, I was kind of going for a more pop sound. Prior to this album, I had just sung and written songs kind of that were deeply personal for me, and this time I was trying to sing and use my voice and my writing to create something that was appealing to other people and that people would relate to differently. So I think I did more crafting of my sound on this album. In the past, I've just kind of sung. And the Italian, I just kind of wanted to bring some of my heritage into it. I'm of Italian descent, and I speak Italian, and I love languages. I speak a little French, and I just kind of wanted to bring some of that worldliness into the mix. So.
Nice. I mean, because it's all part of your identity. It's part of who you are. It's what you do when you craft and make songs as you're a singer and songwriter. You write for other artists as well. Want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
It's been an interesting journey, I guess, over the past year. I've started to do that, and also I co-wrote a lot on this album. And that's all new, and I love getting my head into other people's heads, trying to see who they are as an artist and develop the song around that. So that's been a really beautiful approach to songwriting, and it's taken me out of myself, which has taught me more about myself as an artist and as a person. So it's been very cool. I write for unsigned artists as well as I've been writing for signed artists as well. A song that's on my album Parade I had originally written for Leona Lewis, and it didn't quite fit the style of her album, though they liked the song, and so I got to put it on my album, which was kind of cool. So.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Not really her loss, you know?
Oh, thanks.
That's how I feel. So I think songwriting is, I mean, many would regard it as a different medium with parameters, of course. You know, like haiku is haiku.
Yeah.
Songwriting is songwriting. You have a chorus, you have this, you have that. Is there something you do that's kind of unique to the game that other songwriters may have not dared tried?
I like it when a certain section of a song comes up that completely surprises you, that you wouldn't expect. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll write a hook, and then I'll purposely get my head out of it and write something totally different. And sometimes I won't use an instrument so that the key doesn't limit me, or my knowledge of harmony doesn't limit me. And then when you bring those two pieces of music together, you have something very unique and not obvious that you've heard before. So I guess that's a little technique that I've tried, and sometimes it ends up where the chorus is in a different key, and I didn't plan on it, but it works. And both hooks are strong enough that you can make it gel, and then use your knowledge of harmony to make it gel, you know? Use your technique after the creative process. Kind of let your instincts flow first.
Because you know, in a certain way, we have this innate ability to listen to music, and we all can predict after God knows how many years of top 40 what comes next. But what's nice about your music, I would say, is we don't always know what comes next.
Oh, thanks.
And it's nice to sort of change the medium up in such a way that challenges you, but also challenges the audience, challenges the listener too. Well, let's talk about the process. It came out just very recently, about a month ago, I think. What was that like? How was the whole experience?
Well, it was actually a really, really wonderful, intense experience. it is my 4th album, and until this album, like I kind of mentioned earlier, I had written all the music and all the songs on my own. I did a lot of co-writing on this album, and also I had Slow Records behind me, so it wasn't, in the past it was me working part-time jobs and being a musician and all these things to pay for my own record. Not having to do as much of that helped me to focus on the music, and it also allowed me to work with some great producers. I worked with Anthony Resta, Robert Smith, and Harold Stefan, all musicians and producers that I admire very, very greatly, and I got to kind of go to that level that I've really wanted to, and I guess was too overwhelmed to be able to just be the artist for once, kind of, and it was good. It was great.
Well, it's nice. People always say that, you know, the sum of your product is always better when there's teamwork behind it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
and then some are so controlling that they just got to do it all.
No.
Either way, I mean, what comes of it is always something interesting, you know, and harmonious.
Yeah, that's definitely something I've really learned, and I would like, it's a goal of mine, and I'd like to say I won't take that for granted, but it's a goal of mine to know the difference of teamwork and just doing it on your own, because when you've had to do it on your own, you know the difference, you feel the difference, and it makes a huge difference. That album is not just me. It really is the culmination of all the wonderful heart and talent that was put behind it. So.
I can tell. I can definitely tell.
Yeah.
Some time ago, you've performed for music legends. You've opened for them. You're used to performing in front of thousands. Even to the Super Bowl commercials that were recently on. I mean, that's impressive stuff.
Thanks.
Want to tell us a little about it?
I love singing on a big stage, and the Super Bowl commercials have singing "When You Wish Upon a Star." That kind of took me back to being a kid and when I heard those songs. So that was awesome. That was like literally going in and doing a 15-minute audition, and they used my vocal from the audition. So that was a big, awesome surprise, because you know you work so hard with music, and then every once in a while, when something like that clicks, it's awesome. And the big shows, opening for big artists. I mean, I feel that. I always, it feels in my element to me. So I love feeding off the audience and people, and it's great opportunities, and I want more to come, and just keep doing it. So
nice.
That's good.
Nice. Well, I wish you that continued streak of success.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your latest music video, the single "Just Smile"?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of ironic, because I'm a person who smiles a lot. I don't do it on purpose. I just can't help it, and I usually don't even realize I'm doing it until my face starts to hurt after a show when I'm smiling too much, or when people tell me, "Geez, you smile a lot." I just don't even notice it. So on that end, it was a really good concept for a video, because it kind of just captured me in my element. On the other hand, we really wrote that song and thought about the video concept thinking about the power of a smile. It's a very simple thing. Every person in their own right is a beautiful, complex creation, and you can't change that. They're the only person or thing that can control that. But a smile, you can always transmit joy that way. You can't save someone's life, you can't change these things fundamentally, but you can transmit joy through a smile. And we just thought it was a really simple thing, and wanted to capture people from different walks of life and different personalities doing just that. Taking a moment to just breathe and smile, you know?
I like the video. I like it.
Thanks.
And you'll see it on Clara's site if you go to it. That's it's claralofaro.com.
Yeah.
And you'll also find out about tour dates coming up in January. Anything in the works there?
Yeah, we're working on a lot of different things, but I'd say check the website, because we don't have anything official at the moment for our tour, but we are working on a tour. So. Nice.
Well, I look forward to checking that out when you guys are in New York.
Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Clara.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to have you on the show. Clara Lofaro, everyone. We'll be right back.